don't mind the gunshots in the background, they're not shooting at me. Beautiful trees through here. Huge. They've just regraded the fire trail, so it's like walking on a footpath. Well, as you can see, it's pretty thick through here. Well, yeah, this rock shelf I'm heading to is the only one I can see that's on reason to come here. Not sure what that's all about. Let's have a quick look how long these rocks have been here for. Okay, a while, but I wouldn't say they've got any antiquity to them. This looks like the remnants of maybe something older here. Now we've got a significant rain event about to happen this afternoon, so they're saying it's going to rain for 3 or 4 days. Originally they said it was starting this morning, but they put it off till later this afternoon, so I thought I'd get out for a little bit while I could. Not seeing any engravings. I'm not sure why there wouldn't be, because it's like an ideal surface. But who really knows? Just when you thought you've sort of worked something out, there's always something that throws all those ideas out the window. Very cool channel in the rock here. It's like in this little pond here. There's actually tadpoles in here. Quite a lot of them too. Fog's just starting to lift now. Okay, I'll keep looking around. Whew. It's one steep climb out. I'm just walking the side of the valley here. This trail was actually built during the Depression to give people work. Everything was carved from the existing stone. It did have a bit of a facelift not so long ago. I was looking a bit, how's it going? And they installed things like dish drains and fixed up some of the steps that were looking a bit higgledy-piggledy. Okay, onward and upward. Okay, well, this is taking a little bit of finding, but I eventually found it. This site was the first home, the first settlers in this region. It says 1824 on the plaque, but from my recollection, I think he was Higgins, who was the son of a convict, was granted this land in, from memory, I'm thinking 1836 or something, 1834 maybe. He didn't actually settle here until 10 years later. Where the family remained, they opened a sawmill, not a sawmill, a saw pit. They cut a lot of timber out of this area. They had a market garden and an orchard. Now somewhere in here is the family cemetery. Been a long time since I was here. It's all very overgrown. Anyway, I'll keep going and I'll try and find this cemetery to show you. Okay, I'm back in a sec. Okay, I found it. Old Man's Valley Cemetery. This pioneer cemetery was established by the descendants of Thomas and Eleanor Higgins, who were transported to Australia in the Second Fleet, which arrived in Sydney during June 1790. Their son, Thomas Edward Higgins, was granted 250 acres surrounding this cemetery. His occupation of the property commenced during the 1820s, and the last of his descendants left in 1970 when it was taken over for quarrying operations. The original use of the property was for timber getting and orchards. The cemetery was used from at least 1871 until 1931. Its use was discontinued with the advent of the motorised funeral, which became increasingly common from the 1930s, and also because of the increasing regulation of matters concerning burials in the early 20th century. Quite a beautiful little spot to spend eternity, I guess. The Harringtons were another pioneering family. It's said that there's at least 30 stillborn babies buried in the grounds, unmarked. Albert Higgins accidentally killed 19th of April 1890, aged 33 years. And this is at Thomas Higgins' grave here. Thomas Higgins, who died April 22nd, 1885, aged 55 years. He rests under his own vine and fig tree, none daring to make him afraid. Harold E. Higgins died May 14th, 1879, aged 14 months. It is but the casket that lies here, the gem that filled it glitters yet. Dear little Harold. As kids we used to come here and freak ourselves out. So many people died early. Percy Harold, beloved husband of Clifton Higgins, aged 26 years. The sun went down whilst it was yet day. The place, this cemetery, someone came down and vandalised it really badly. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but so they put a fence around it. Another person who died, aged 26 years, William Mackenzie. "14 months. Aged 24 years. Yeah, so the descendants of these people maintain this little cemetery, and it's an important part of our history of the area, and not many people know about it. Well folks, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. The bad weather is approaching. Many little plaques. I don't know, I find these places quite touching. It's a pity that the public doesn't come here more often and show some respect. Okay people, have a great weekend. See you soon.